Today, October 1st, 2023. Well, I'm in all pink. I do want to let you know that I am representing personally. I am here to tell you my journey and to take you on my journey because I want you to, this may help somebody. I'm not doing it for me, I'm doing it to help somebody. And if it helps you, good. Let me start by saying my motto is and will be, they whispered to her, you cannot withstand the storm. And she whispered back, hey, I am the storm. And to God be the glory. So to tell you today, this is October 1st, it's a good day to tell you that back in I'm going to say May of 2023 of this year, I had a small lump in my breast. Well, I thought it was just a knot. And then all of a sudden, it got bigger and bigger. So I went to the doctor and I asked her, you got to do something about this because I got a knot in my breast. And she says, well, let's just do a biopsy. Well, they did a biopsy. They did 2 biopsies. And both of them came back negative. And another thing is I get mammograms every year. But for some reason, this little joker showed up in my chest and it was hurting so bad it made my whole chest throb. So by June, I told my doctor, I said, you know what? This has got to come out. It's got to come out. And she says, okay. So they made me an appointment for July 12th. She went in to remove the lump. The lump was kind of like about this big, in my mind anyway. But she told me after I woke up and the next day, and she called to check on me, she says, we found cancer. But you know, when you find cancer, you like, stop breathing. I said, okay, what are we going to do about it? She says, I found about this much cancer behind that lump. But I took out this much tissue around that lump. So, with that being said, I said, okay, what are we going to do about it? And she went on to tell me that you can get chemotherapy. We recommend you do. But she said, before I do that, she says, I'm going to go in and I'm going to remove the lymph nodes from under your left breast. That was like 2 weeks later. And they did. So I got a bunch of war wounds under here. But anyway, I digress. And then as that time went by, she said, do you want to do the chemo? Because some women don't want chemo. If they don't see it in their body, if they don't see it in that area, just say, forget it. I said, you know what? My mother had breast cancer 30 years ago. She is still 77, walking and breathing 30 years now. So as long as I'm in her footsteps and God is the head of my life, I'm not worried about it. Go ahead, lay it on me. So this is what they told me. We're going to do, I thought I heard 4 rounds of headstrong, whatever you want to call it, chemo. But what it was is 8 rounds of chemo. And I said, well, if that's what it's going to take, that's what it's going to take. So as of last week, I started the 21st of this September 21st. Do you remember? That's old Earth, Wind, and Fire, but don't worry about that. But that's how I'm always going to remember. The 21st of September is when I started chemo. And my first day of chemo was great. I was fine. And the thing is, I noticed it's sitting in there with those ladies, is that I was like, it was only 2 of us in there. But by the time I left about 1:30, the room was full of ladies in there for treatment, for chemotherapy. And it was only 1 man. And it's like, oh God, I said, you know what? This is going to be my job. This is something I got to do to help promote and to get people to get more aware of what's going on. And so this is why I'm telling you my story. And on another note, I'm going to tell you how God is so good to me. I have the greatest prayer team. My work team, my family team, people I have not even met are praying for me. And because I got all this weight under me of prayer, when I come back around, It's all going to be all good. Oh, and to let you know, I don't have breast cancer. It was found that day, taken out that day, and it's gone. So I'm doing the chemo just to be preventive. But I do not have breast cancer, and I'm grateful. The only things I've seen that starting to bother me, I guess, I've lost weight. I mean, I like my weight, but I'm losing weight. I've lost weight, but it has nothing to do with the chemo. It's just I don't eat as much as I should. But let me tell you another story about what went on at work the other week, how much my girls at work and guys love me. I came to work early that morning, and I was thinking, I had on a little pink top and little pink shoes, and that's just I felt that way because I wanted to wear my pink shoes, so I wore a pink top. So as I'm sitting at my desk, I'm an office administrator, and I'm sitting at my desk, and I start noticing people coming in wearing pink, and I'm thinking, dang, this is cool. It's a coincidence. Everybody come in. Told my girlfriend, you notice that everybody in here wearing pink? Nobody said nothing to me. So I told the girls, I said, I'll be right back. I'm going to the restroom. And one of the girls said, well, I guess you figured it out. I didn't know who she was talking to. And they all came out behind the cubicles wearing pink and showing love because they know I was about to start chemo the next day. And this bag is what they gave me for what they gave me. And let me show you what's in it. I got I do got one pair of boxing gloves. And they're signed by each and every one of the ladies and males that I work with. You don't know, this is such a blessing to be up, because, when you're going through stuff, it's so easy for you to get down about it and get depressed. And people are always telling me, Leah, you need to chill out. I'm a professional crafter, so I'm always making something. But what I do, I can't sit around. I make something. That's what I do. As long as I'm making something, I don't have time to lay around and feel bad. The worst I felt was Friday night. I had to go to the emergency room because my body seemed like it went on lockdown. I could not move my body. So I had my husband and my son took me to the hospital, and my niece, Chiquita, shout out, took me to the hospital, and they couldn't find anything, but we thinking it's the chemo that might be causing all the lower back pain. But today is Sunday, October 1st. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And I'm going to journalize this all the way through. I think my last chemo on December 28th, my birthday. So after that, this family is going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate like we never, hallelujah. Ha! We're like we never celebrated before. And one more thing I want to tell you. You know how when you go through chemo, you lose your hair? Well, thank God I haven't lost my hair. But I asked my sons, which one of y'all going to go bald if mama should lose her hair? My oldest son tells me, ask your other son because his head is bigger. So I see I'm in it by myself for that, as far as that's concerned. But I just wanted to share my story and to let you know that we're in it together. We're in this fight together. And I will be posting to you from time to time about, everything that's going on. I won't keep nothing from you. But what I tell you this, ladies, gentlemen, if you feel a pain in your body that is not normal, or a knot that comes up and it's not normal, go and get it checked out. Eventually. Go and get it checked out right away. Because you are not a doctor. You don't know. God gives us signs. People say God did this, God did that. But he always, always gives us signs. And I'm so grateful that I could have just easily said, well, I don't know what this knot coming from. Maybe it'll go away. But it didn't. And I didn't even know I had cancer. I had cancer that morning. Cancer's gone that evening. And to God be all the glory. Bless you. And I will be talking again to you soon.